Art Angel, and I am so alive and light at South Beach, Miami.
Hi, I'm Stuart Stewart.
And I'm Dina Stewart, and we're alive on South Beach, a show with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Tell us about the that, Stuart.
Well, that was a lot of that because we just finished Art Basel Miami, the largest art exhibition in the Western Hemisphere. And, you know, it has a lot to do with art, but it really has a lot to do with people. And these are some of the people that came to Art Basel. What do you think of Art Basel so far?
So far, it just began, and it's a great beginning.
You're going to try to cover all the different satellite shows?
We do everything.
You do everything?
Every single year, we do everything from morning, noon to night.
And when it's all over, are you tired?
We collapse. Are you kidding?
No, you're energized. You have great energy here.
It's exciting. It really is. It's a one time a year when everything comes alive and people from everywhere, and it's a wonderful place to be.
I was looking at this news clipping, and could you explain what makes that art?
No. Not in the middle of the opening fair. No, thank you. If you don't understand that everything is no.
Well, how does this qualify as art? You know, like, just if you could explain that to me.
Well, if it's here, it's art, right? And anything that anybody says is art is art.
Okay.
So we're past that part, right?
Yeah. Well,
and there's been minimal movement in the 70s, but it's now 2011, so you can't just redo something that's been done. You do have to let your eyes settle on the painting and allow it to come to you. It's like walking into a pitch black room and your eyes finally clear and you see shapes and shadows. But the experience of the painting is truly perceptual. When these paintings are viewed in proper lighting, the surface actually appears to move, but it's really your eye, your retina, trying to organize, what am I seeing? And the longer you stare at them, the more giving they are. It's really like Pandora's box.
well, you're very good at what you do because you explained that very well.
Did I? Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, what would a painting like this sell for?
That would sell for $65,000.
What do you do with new artists that make them mainstream and, you know, make them available to the public, or at least make the public aware of who they are?
That's the hard work of the gallery. You know, you support them, you let them know you're there for them, you help them produce work, you send letters out to curators that you believe might have a similar aesthetic, you look for writers who you know maybe they've written about things like that in the past, and so we do everything. So
basically, you let the artist paint, and you do everything else?
Yes, we allow them, their job is to make art, and we are there to support them no matter what. Like, we have their back.
That sounds like a good partnership. Give us your analysis of what this is.
I actually like this piece because it moves. And so the movement, to me, is important. It does something. And I like it that it has two places where it moves. And it actually looks like dogs. Little dogs, see the dog with the tail there?
Uh-huh.
And so, you know, of all the contemporary art, I think this is okay.
Would you think this would have a place at City Hall?
It could.
Yeah, you never know.
Actually, it could. And I see that it's probably recycled.
Yeah.
And so it's a recycled piece, which is also good. It's nice. It's actually nice. I like this.
What do you expect to see, and what's your expectations for the whole weekend?
The last time we were here, we saw phenomenal exhibits.
Mm-hmm.
We saw art projects, we saw creations that even we couldn't even imagine. And it inspired us so much that we're back.
What's your favorite piece here?
I've just gotten in. I have to say, I love pop art, and I love everything having to do with pop culture and stuff. So this exhibit actually behind me is really cool. It's sort of a little retrospective of sort of contemporary sticker art from everything. Like they said, everything from Andy Warhol all the way up to commercial pieces now.
So how many pieces are you planning to buy?
Last year, I think we ended up buying 2 really good pieces that were a bit of a score. I was very happy with them. So this year, who knows?
So you don't consider yourself an art snob?
Not a snob at all when it comes to art. If I love it, if it speaks to me, you can find art in so many places. It doesn't have to be in a setting like this. You can find art in the street, as evidenced by many of the satellite fairs.
Do you think that art snobs know more than all of us because they're art snobs?
No, not at all. They know more in the category that they know, in the category that they may specialize in or what particularly interests them, but no, not particularly.
So you wouldn't consider their choices as being the arbiter of taste?
No, not at all. Taste is subjective.
Why would somebody get upset for not liking glitter?
You know, they think that it's child's play, but that's beautiful. I think the highest manifestation of a human being is the child's heart.
Exactly.
It's that openness. And people, they become so adult and they feel like they have to close that off, and that's their joy, that's their essence. And I feel like that's why if we can channel that childlike essence in these adults who are in these grown-ups, these people who are much older, who really think they have knowledge of the world, we can do that, then we've done something. Help them remind about the life force, that innocent childlike wonderment. How do we get wonderment?
And what do you guys think?
I mean, I've been in this room for almost an hour now, so I personally have a strong attraction to the work. You said, Camille said she's a pop artist, and my opinion is that we live in a world now where you can't separate pop and commercialism and advertising from reality. So to embrace these things as something, and to really expand on that, as Camille said, she doesn't want to talk about glitter, she wants to talk about the universe. These things are all very connected.
What about you?
Well, I'm showing Camille's work in my gallery, and I am the audience to many reactions to her work, from I absolutely love it to those who are not sure how to react to it. And when I met Camille and I heard that her medium was glitter, I immediately did think first of my own children. But when I saw her work and I met her and I learned about what she wanted to say about it, and when I experienced it, I realized that it had a universal appeal to me. It had an intuitive appeal, and her imagery is iconic and speaks beyond just the outline of what she's saying. Visually, it speaks somehow intuitively and inwardly, and so it's been a totally wonderful experience to represent her.
Well, I got one last question, just a quick answer. Who's really in charge, the kid inside of you or the adult? Quick, the kid or the adult?
The kid.
What about you?
The kid, I hope.
The kid.
Okay, so you see, we're all going to the playground now to play in the sandbox.
Bye.
My name is Seo Woo-soo.
And you're from where?
I'm from Korea.
And is this your first time in Miami?
Yes.
What do you think of Miami?
Miami is very romantic, you know, and then clear air and nice sunshine, and then freedom and warm.
And how has the show been for you? Has it been what you expected it to be?
Yes, I expected this thousand crowd people.
And are you getting thousands and thousands?
First day is very nice celebrity come here, and then I expect Saturday, Sunday more.
Well, what celebrity came here?
John Smith.
Oh, Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Will Smith, yeah. Did you get to speak to him?
Yes. I said, I like you. Can I take a photo? Oh,
did he let you, or he didn't?
I touched his hand, you know.
That was the best he did.
Yes.
Well, I guess, you know, he shakes so many hands that his hand gets tired.
Yeah.
But
he's a very kind person, you know, and tall and handsome.
Well, now you've got something special to take back with you to Korea and talk about.
Yes, I wish I give it to my name card, you know. When I was suddenly show.
Well, you never know when he'll be doing a movie in Korea, and he just may call you up and say, would you like to have dinner? How would that be?
Oh my God, I need a break.
Well, you never know. We're sitting in a mobile art satellite,
also known as Art V.
And where is this vehicle from?
Fort Greene, Brooklyn.
And you came all the ways down here just for Art Basel?
Well, full disclosure, I flew, but the driver came all the way down for Art Basel, yes.
And what did you expect would happen as a result of displaying art like this? Because this is different than everything else out there.
That's the key word. We're trying to just show an alternative. We think that that what is here sort of meets a very set criteria and a formula, and we're trying to be a bit disruptive. That's it. And offer some what we feel are extremely talented artists at affordable prices.
Well, when you say be disruptive, how successful have you been?
Oh, I think very successful. A lot of people who may be slightly intimidated by some of the booths and some of the discussion are happy to come on here, have a beverage, and talk about some of these talented young artists who are working in print for the first time.
Don't you think it's time we sort of shake up the whole art professional industry and make it real for everybody?
Yes. The simple answer is yes. We were in front of the Bronx Museum. I mean, right in front, and we did 15 interviews with people who lived within 2 blocks. My first question was, what do you think of the Bronx Museum? Not a one had ever been inside and had lived there their entire lives. That says something. And I said, why? They said, I feel intimidated. I don't think it's for me. I think it's for some other people. I don't know how to react. All these things. And I said, well, what about this then? Did you feel the same way? He's saying, no, this is accessible. It's bringing it into the streets, man. I feel comfortable. You got to do it more. And that made the whole thing for me.
This is my friend Susan Ahrens, who goes to just about every event there is around on South Beach. So tell me, Susan, how does this compare to other Art Basels?
Does it compare? I don't know. Every year there's something different, something wonderful. The people are worth looking at. Look at her stockings, that girl going by. I mean, for that alone, it's worth it. It's fabulous. How can it not be fabulous? And we will be going to more events this week, I'm sure.
More, and even if we go to all the events we think that we know about,
there's so many more.
After watching this, I'm sure you're aware that Art Basel is multi-layered. There are over 260 galleries representing artists from all over the world. I think over 2,000 artists were represented.
And that was just in the convention center itself.
That didn't include all of the various satellite shows that were intense, in moving vans, in galleries, on the street, wherever you looked, in store windows.
On the walls of buildings, there were films all over the place. It's so hard to describe, and there was just so much to see that I have to admit, we didn't see everything.
I'm Dina Stewart.
And I'm Stuart Stewart.
And we're at the Cafe at Books and Books on Lincoln Road.
And we're live on South Beach.
For syndicatednews.net.
Bye-bye.